So while this train is moving, you may hear a train in the background, as you all can see. I'm going to take the time and I'm going to break this down for everyone because this is going to be one of the most important videos that I'm going to make in a series of 7 videos explaining the importance of staying healthy, number one, and the things that we all missed when we are told that we're dealing with cancer. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a practitioner of medicine. I am a survivor of colon cancer. And this video is dedicated to anyone who may be dealing with cancer or may have someone in their family that has cancer. So I want everyone, and I mean everyone, to pay attention to what I'm about to explain to you. And if you follow these instructions, I guarantee you that within the next 4 months, if you practice these techniques from the 7 videos that I'm going to make, I guarantee you that I will be hearing people saying how their lives have improved. So I want you all to pay attention to everything that I'm about to say to you in full detail, because this stuff works. I use it. I still use this today. Number one, cancer is not a death sentence. It is a warning for you coming from your body that something is out of order, and it is giving you enough time to fix the problem. It is not a death sentence. And when we go to the doctors or the hospital and we get these evaluations and they give you this long speech and psychologically get your mind in this attitude that you're going to die, and they get you into signing paperwork to do things that will not help you at all, this is the end result of listening to somebody except listening to the inner God force that's in you. The number one reason why people die from cancer is not because of the diet. That's one attribute. It's not because of taking harsh substances. That's also a reason why people pass away from complications of cancer. But the number one reason, and I'm putting this number one reason why people die from complications of cancer is because they want somebody else to take care of the problem and not them first. You go to the doctor to fix a problem that you created, yet you don't sit down and read in a book why you're dealing with this in the first place. You want the doctor to give you harsh treatments, give you drugs, and then that's it. And then you expect for it to work for you while you're sitting on your butt watching TV, moping, eating the foods that are not healthy for you, drinking substances, smoking cigarettes, and sitting in a house in which I will go into this even deeper. And then you expect for this stuff to work. And the only thing that has happened is you've gotten weaker, you've lost hair, you're throwing up, you can barely stand up without passing out, etc. You are the reason why you are not surviving cancer, not the doctors. The doctors are practitioners. Their job is to tell you what's going on, but it's your job to work the problem out. It's like going to school and learning how to do math. They can show you how to do math, but you're going to have to practice over and over again. This is why I'm still alive. I didn't want somebody to help me do something that I can do for myself. I wanted the advice. I took the advice. I had a great man that I met by the name of Alfredo Bowman. You know him as Dr. Sebi. He gave me a lot of game. But one of the things that he gave me, and I will never forget this, and I hope that you all will share this video with somebody before my book comes out. When I told Dr. Sebi what I had, the man said to me, and I quote, "Oh, you'll get rid of that real quick." Did you just hear what I just said? When I told Dr. Sebi what I had, which was colon cancer, he said, "Oh, you'll get rid of that real quick." Now, I hope this social media platform doesn't flag this video or take it off, like the first video that made me famous all over, 8 million views, about my cancer story and the 3-step process that I use. So hopefully we won't get flagged for this one because they took that video off. Okay. The reason why Dr. Sebi said that, after I started doing my research on what I had, I come to find out that your colon heals itself within 7 to 14 days. So why are people dying from colon cancer when the colon and the intestinal tract heals itself within 7 to 14 days? That is because, hear me out, we are not giving the body exactly what it needs so that the colon and the intestinal tract can actually heal itself. We are not practicing lifestyles that heal. We are practicing bastardized versions of our culture. So we have an incomplete cycle, and this is why we're dying. I didn't wait for a doctor to tell me what I needed to do. I got in a book. I was blessed to have an elder, Chris Williams, we call him Doc Williams, and he trained me and he explained these things to me, and he expressed to me that don't expect a miracle yet, because the body has to have its time to repair the problem. And this is why I made this first video. I don't care how much sea moss you take, how much soursop you drink, how much burdock and bladderwrack and nettle leaf and dandelion root and all these beautiful herbs that help. I don't care how many times you go and get to a tree and ground. I don't care how much dandelions you pick from the grass. I don't care how many apples, oranges, grapes, lemons, limes you take, how much alkaline water you drink. You can sit up here and spend all that money on all those fine trimmings, but if you don't do the one thing first, listen to me with my red eyes, because I barely got any sleep. I've been working for 5 days straight and barely got sleep, and we in allergy season. If you don't do this one thing first, it doesn't matter what you do. How can you expect to clean your body from the inside, but your house look like holy hell? That's where all of the illnesses is coming from. It's your environment. Did you get that? If your environment is not clean or sanitary, your body is going to adapt to the environment that you're in. You're depressed. Look at your house. When is the last time you cleaned your house? When is the last time that you actually got some bleach, some Pine Sol, or made your own natural cleaning substances, some Comet, some ammonia, a sponge, a vacuum, spray bottles, and cleaned your entire house? When was the last time you cleaned your ceiling? Most of the illnesses is in your ceiling, and it comes down. And guess who breathes it? You. When was the last time that you actually took your shoes off before you walked into your house? So all of the spit and defecation and urine and dirt and grime that you walk into your house with, that outside. When was the last time that you actually cleaned your bathroom, the tile, the toilets, around the toilet, not just in the toilet, around the toilet? When was the last time you cleaned your sink? When was the last time you actually wiped down, watch me now, when was the last time you washed down the actual hot and cold water switches? When was the last time you cleaned your mirrors? Look at the corners of your bathrooms. Look at the corners of your toilet. Look at the tile in your bathtub. That's where that's why you're sick. And let's not forget the bedroom, where most of you all don't take a shower before you go to sleep. You just go to sleep with all them cells that shed off, and you don't dust off your bed sheets. You don't dust off your pillows. You wonder why when you wake up in the morning you got sniffles, and you don't clean your nostrils. But you think that all these herbs and spices is going to help you kill something that the environment you live in is the reason why it's adapting and you're sicker. Again, that's a train in the background, so I'm gonna get in my car. You see I'm outside getting fresh air. That's how your house is supposed to smell. Fresh air. Fresh. You see what I got around me? Plant life. That's my best friend right there. That tree. What do trees do? It absorbs oxygen. It cleans the air. And yet you don't have one plant in your house. Make it make sense. Do y'all see where I'm going with this? Lord have mercy. This train is something else. Okay. So if you all understand what I'm saying, this is the first ritual that you must do. Person gets diagnosed with cancer. They tell you all the stuff that's going on. Remember this, everybody. And this is coming from a cancer survivor. You got 120 days to fix the problem. Again, if you're diagnosed with cancer, from that very moment, you have 120 days to fix the problem. 120 days, 4 months. That's one season. Clean your house. A clean environment that is active will help the person heal. I guarantee you, if they come into a clean house, their expression is going to be so different. Woo, it smells good in here. Oh, it's clean. That's because the environment and all of the bacteria, all of the old bacteria that was in that house has now been removed. So now you have a fresh start. That's the first step. A clean house, a clean environment helps the body heal. Get the following items. I like to do a citrus sanitation spray. Lemons, all citrus fruits, lemons, limes, oranges, grapefruits. Take the peels, boil them. Take the innards of the fruit, put it in a mason jar, as big as mason jar you can find. Take the peels, boil them, add a little bay leaves. Bay leaves is perfect, all right? And let it boil. Let that sit for about 30 minutes, let it cool down, and then pour the contents of the water into the mason jar with the innards. Add a little hydrogen peroxide, let that sit for a couple hours, and then use that and clean your whole entire house. Your house will smell fresh in 30 minutes. If you're cleaning up the rooms where the person is living in, residing in, sleeping in, etc., clean everything from the beds, the doorknobs, the doors, the closets, the bed sheets, everything, and listen to how they will react to seeing how clean it is. You can also take bushes and leaves from a tree and a bush tree and a pine tree and boil that in the water and allow that water to sit and use that as a sanitary spray. You will be amazed at how clean the house smells. You can also add eucalyptus oil to it because it actually cleans out your nostrils. It actually makes the area a lot more breathable. I like to put that in my washroom, in the front of my door. I use it in my store. When you have a fresh smelling environment. It helps heal the person. Get plants. Plants that are good for cleaning the air. Snake plants are very well known, to keep an environment clean. There's also other plants. I have like 5 plants in my house. I have some sitting outside. I didn't know I had pepper plants. I'm actually growing peppers. I didn't know I had a pepper plant, but these actually help. Now, I know some of us, we have issues with those little gnat things that fly around. There's another thing that you can use for that as well. There's a couple of sprays that you can use, a couple of little sticky plants that you can use for the gnats. But if you're cleaning your house on a regular basis every 7 days, most of the time you'll notice how clean the atmosphere is, and it helps with depression. Lavender oil is good. Also, I would suggest people get St. John's wort extract for the person that's dealing with cancer, because cancer patients lose vitamin D, and we need vitamin D in order to actually, we need vitamin D, especially for dark-hued people, because vitamin D helps with depression. We're lacking vitamin A, vitamin E, and vitamin K, and vitamin D. So getting vitamin D can be as easy as getting out here and getting some of this. Get some sunlight, little sunlight. Natural vitamin D, 1 hour of sunlight is equivalent to 40 IUs of vitamin D, which is a requirement for anybody such as myself. Get some melanation in your life. Very simple. Very simple. Drink some water. Hydrate. Lemon and lime and juice in the water. Drink that first thing. You need to be hydrated. You need your cells to wake up. That's why you're depressed and you got that feeling, because you're not waking up the way you're supposed to. Get out here in this good old grass and ground. Put your feet on some grass and actually ground. As you see, I'm sitting up here. Get some ground in the morning. When you wake up in the morning, you're supposed to get out. You're supposed to get out to nature. Get your breathing going on. Plant your feet in grass. I did it early this morning, and ground. And I'm not trying to sound weird, but sit by a tree. Trees have oxygen, and trees actually absorb negative energy, and it also produces positive energy. It's a balance. The Buddhist monks do this. Those in Tibet, they do this. Those who are in India, they know about the energy of breath work. Buddha, in his history, sat by trees consistently. He was one with nature. You understand? So these are simple stuff that you can do, and it's not going to break your pockets, okay? But clean your house. Why do you go outside? Because you want to get fresh air. Duh. Clean your house. People don't want to be in a house because their house is dirty. You don't think about that when you get the money so you can go and get you an apartment. You know, you young bachelors and bachelorettes, you can't wait to get your apartment. You're going to do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. But what do you do when you get to your first apartment, your first house? You clean the entire apartment. You clean the entire house. And then you bring stuff in there, right? Okay. Look at that in the same way when you're dealing with your health. You can get all of the herbs and substances that you want, but if your house is not healthy or clean or sanitary, you're not going to heal. So the first lesson is clean your house thoroughly. If you want to heal from cancer, cancer cannot exist in highly oxygenated areas. Cancer cells cannot exist in highly alkaline bodies, because if your body is alkaline and your pH levels are up to the healing frequency, you're starving a cancer cell. Do you all understand that? Bacteria cannot live in a clean house because you're cleaning it. That's how you clean and quote unquote kill the cancer cells. You starve it by cleaning the atmosphere. You kill bacteria by cleaning the atmosphere. So this is the first video. Until you clean your entire house, you are going to have difficulty killing the bacteria that we call cancer cells out of your body. You need to be in an oxidized, alkaline house. Start by cleaning your house up. I just gave you all a technique that you all can use that's sanitary, ain't no chemicals in it, and it will help. These are the lessons that I'm going to give. This is video number 1. Clean your entire house, your rooms, your washrooms, your kitchens, your refrigerators, your stoves, your countertops, your dressers, your cabinets, underneath the cabinets. Clean the corners. Little bleach, a little baking soda, little water, little lemon juice. If you don't want to use the chemicals, you can't go wrong with borax powder, baking soda, and a little apple cider vinegar, and you can clean your whole entire house with it. You can get some water, get some citrus fruits, take the peels, boil them, take some bushes, take some pines, boil it, let it sit, add a little lemon juice to it, and a little bit of hydrogen peroxide inside of a spray bottle, and then take the water, add a little fruit, like an orange, take the innards of the orange or the lemon, put it in there, and then pour the water in there, add a shot of, of hydrogen peroxide, and let it sit for about 30 minutes, and clean your entire house. It will smell so good in there. I promise you these techniques work. This is video number 1. Video number 2, I will get into how the family will help the patient. This is video number 1. I want to know what you think about it. If you watch this video, share it with somebody. Start there. It didn't cost you anything but 22 minutes of your time to learn something that will save you from spending hundreds of thousands of dollars and going broke trying to kill something that in 120 days, if you practice it, you can kill it yourself. My name is William Surf Riles. I'm an 8-year cancer survivor, and this is my video number 1. I command you to be great. I command you to be prosperous. I command you to be greater today than you were yesterday. Till next time.